So the sound quality of this is going to be even more terrible than usual because I am sitting in my kitchen and usually I do this in another room. But anyway, hello. No one. I thought I'd make this just for me, like commemoratively, to see how far I've come. So the year is 2019 and I'm living in a teeny little town where I lived for the past 15 years, and I loved it because I lived in a tiny little house at the back of a garden with a veranda and like veranda decorations and like a little step, you know, that went out there, and I would sit on this step with the stairs on, and it was me and my most beloved human who I've known almost as long as I've lived there. And oh yeah, and two little cat dudes. One of them is named Chuckles and the other one is named Norman because he's so enormous. And it was lovely and great, and we had so many friends, just lots and lots of friends. And since it was a small town, you know, people would just drop in and we'd have dinner, make dinner together, and everything was great. But since it was a small town, you know, both of our jobs were kind of crappy. We did not have a lot of money. So at the end of 2019, in October, we decided to move to the big city and leave the lovely house with all my plants and the bougainvillea that I used to fight back every year. And we decided to move to the big city, which was very different because like all the buildings are huge and massive, and it's quite scary actually, the amount of like people walking around and stuff. And I'll still never get used to crossing the road or anything like that. But it was cool and like kind of exciting. And he got a job and I got a job. And we lived like in a tiny flat in the city instead of a little house in a garden. And that was weird. But then, of course, it was 2020. And the lockdown happened and I got fired from my job and had to look for another job and was stuck in the city without like these people who I'd been known for so long. I mean, we still had the group chat, of course. But it kind of sucked. And so I decided to read for my friends stories. And I would sit in whatever echoey room I happened to be in, and I would read stories and I would send them to them I'd put them in a Google Drive back then and on Discord. But it was one of the only enjoyable parts of the whole, like, I guess, 2020 to 2022 era of life. But it's good because, you know, I still have my beloved and he still has me, and the cats came along, even if the friends didn't come along, and I still talk to them, and I made new friends in the big city, and, you know, got a better job and stuff, so that all did happen, and, like, it worked out in the end. And then, this year, I realized how many stories I have, like, on my computer in a big, like, Google Doc, Google Drive folder. And I thought I should, like, do stuff like, learn how to draw, which I'm very bad at. See, this is a pencil. And learn how to make thumbnails, and learn how to code, and learn how to do video editing, because it's 2023 and we're going to need to know all of those things when the robots take over. So that's why this channel exists, and I hope you like the stories. I have no idea what this drawing is even of. I think it was supposed to be like a TV with static. But yeah, that's me, and I hope you like the stories, and I hope you continue to listen.